Welcome to Mindless Entertainment. I'm your host, Jesse Milestone. Now, as many of you know, Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi, hits theaters in most places tomorrow. So I figured I would take this last opportunity to talk about some of the things I hate about The Force Awakens. And I'm going to do that today through everyone's favorite lens, feminism. So I want to do a little compare and contrast, some feminism in the original Star Wars versus feminism in The Force Awakens. So obviously our main female character in the original Star Wars is Leia. Now, let's talk about Princess Leia for a second. Let's just talk about where she starts in this whole thing, okay? She's a princess, right? Usually when you're a princess, you don't really gotta do anything else beyond that. But no, that is not enough for her. She follows in her father's footsteps, her adopted father's footsteps, and becomes a senator. So she's a princess and a senator because she wants to have, influence in the Galactic Republic. And let's talk about this, 1977, how many actual female senators were there in the United States, huh? And we have one out here in the Galactic Republic. So that's pretty cool. So that's one thing. So she's a princess, she's a senator, and oh yeah, she's one of the leaders in the rebellion. And she's not sitting back calling the shots on an earpiece. She's getting out there and getting her hands dirty, as evidenced by the fact that, she's being captured in the line of duty when the movie starts. So yeah, she gets captured. Shitty thing to have happen. She resists torture? Completely resists all torture. Including, having her entire homeworld blown up. That's pretty baller. Not a lot of people can do what she did there. Anyway, she gets rescued, because sometimes you need to get rescued. Even men need to get rescued. It happens. But as soon as she gets rescued, she pretty much commandeers the rescue effort and starts doing it better than everyone else around her. So yeah, she's been through this horrible trauma. She's been tortured. She's watched her entire homeworld completely destroyed. Everyone she knows and loves is from growing up is dead now. And what does she do? She just goes right back into the fight. And she's like, yep, rebellion, let's do this. Again, out at the rebel base in Hoth, getting her hands dirty immediately. Why does she end up getting trapped on the Millennium Falcon with Han in The Empire Strikes Back? Because she is the last man standing, the last person there, making sure everyone else gets evacuated and making sure that everything that needs to happen to move their base happens. Because that's what she does. All right. Now we go Return of the Jedi. Everyone's favorite thing to do is be like, oh my god, look at that sexism, putting a girl in a metal bikini that was so uncomfortable for her and having her, get creeped on by the nasty, big blob guy. Yep, that was pretty gross. And you know what she does while she's in a bikini, shackled to a giant blob, right? She murders him. She, with her bare hands, murders one of the biggest, if not the biggest, intergalactic crime boss. I'm sorry, that's pretty badass. That's pretty freaking badass. Oh, can we also talk about how, one of the, generals or whatever the frick she is, whatever her official role is in the rebellion, is a woman also, in case you didn't notice that. So that's all pretty cool. Fast forward. The Force Awakens. Oh my god, it's like Star Wars, but with equality and gender equality, and we have people of different colors. Okay, Star Wars universe still features, one black guy, because apparently we can only have one of those at a time. We had Samuel L. Jackson, we had Billy D. Williams, and now we have John Boyega. Great. Good job, Star Wars. You haven't changed anything in that respect. Okay, but you have a female lead now. Okay, let's really look at this. The original Star Wars trilogy doesn't have a single main character. Yes, Luke, you're following his story in that regard. Luke doesn't even show up for the first 20 minutes. You have multiple storylines going on, and Leia is just as important a piece of those stories as Rey is to the new Star Wars. So, there, for one. Okay, now, Rey. What does she do? When the movie opens, she's a scrapper who sells scraps because she cannot possibly leave because she's just waiting. She's just sitting there waiting for her family to maybe unabandon her one day. That's kind of pathetic. She, unlike Luke, doesn't respond to the call to action and be like, yes, I'm going to leave my world behind and go do these things. She goes very reluctantly and is like, no, I need to get back so that my family can come find me. Oh my god. Yeah, she can't do any, aside from beating people up in the beginning, in the very, very beginning. She really doesn't do much on her own for the entire movie. She just does what the people tell her to. When Finn tries to leave, she's like, no, I need my man with me. You can't leave me. She uses the Force, which is completely unearned, by the way. Like, she spends 0 time training at it, is just amazing at it, and can suddenly lightsaber battle, Dickwad McGee. That's Kylo Ren, for those who don't know. My least favorite creature ever. We can talk about that another time, though. Just totally unearned. Totally, she's good at stuff. Like, no, she didn't earn that. Like, I want my female heroes to battle through adversity to get things, not to just suddenly be like, I'm tapped into the Force and can do whatever I want. No agency. She really does nothing for herself in the entire movie. Except what other people are telling her, this is your destiny, I'm telling you to do this, so now you better accept it and do it. Like, great, that's awesome, good job. And then, not to mention, Captain Phasma. Everyone's like, oh my god, the Star Wars universe has a female villain who also does literally nothing. She stands next to Kylo Ren the whole movie, and that's literally it. She does fucking nothing. Now, yes, we're all hoping that she takes on a bigger role moving forwards. That would be great. I would really love to see that. That would be excellent, because I was excited for her too, and she did nothing! So, please, Star Wars, try harder. Disney, you suck. I'm really fingers crossed, hoping that we see a little more out of Rey in the next 2 movies, that she becomes a actual badass, that she actually, takes agency and makes decisions and doesn't just, do what she's supposed to do. I'm not optimistic, considering that her standout line from the trailer is, I need somebody to show me my place in all of this. It's a great line for feminism right there. Just, right, nailed it. Really good job. Wow, that's what we're all women are just all thinking all the time. So anyway, not excited for The Last Jedi. I will be seeing it probably tomorrow, because it's Star Wars. And I'll let you guys know what I think probably next week. So that's it. That's what I got. If you like this, like it, subscribe, share, do all those things. And we'll talk again soon.